What the hell you giggling at?
I was just like playing the scenario in my head.
Okay, well, go ahead and ask it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Outlier podcast. My buddy here is chuckling because he has a nice little hot seat question
Off the dome.
off the
That's what I do.
dome. Okay.
All right. So I guess we're just jumping right in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So quick scenario for you. You find the one, right? You ask her to marry you, whatever. She's walking down the aisle towards you. And I'm obviously there because, you flew out to come see me get married. I'm obviously going to go fly out to go see you get married, right?
Why do you assume I'm gonna invite you?
I'm just there. I'm just there. In this scenario, I'm there. Okay.
All right. In your
All right.
fantasies, bro.
Right. And I'm not even your best man. Uriel is, right? So I'm like I'm sitting in the front row, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm your best man, right? Picture that. And
Okay.
she's walking her way up, and I give you a little nudge, right? You turn towards me and I do this. Don't do it. Right? I'm signaling to you, don't do it. Right? You don't have any more context other than that. Now you trust me and you know me for a very long time, but you're also thinking, why did you wait this long? What is your next move?
And like, this is like during the wedding ceremony. Like she's like walking down the aisle. I'm waiting and all that.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and get married.
Okay, because you know what that comes with.
What do you mean?
Like, once you're married, she's taking half.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I don't know, bro. Fuck, that's tough. I think I'm gonna be like, what? Like, I'm gonna look at you like, what, bro? You know, I'm gonna try to get something out of you, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna just stick it through, bro, and then ask you afterwards. Because if in my head, if I'm at the point where I'm getting married,
Mhm.
I I'm comfortable with this woman and like who she is, you know. So I'd be like, I couldn't be anything too bad, right? Like,
Mhm.
if I'm at the point where I'm getting married, there's no way I have doubt in that female. So,
Yeah.
whatever you have to say couldn't be too bad, you know.
But tell me your anxiety isn't up the roof,
Yeah, I'll be
though.
like, what? Like, what happened? Did she get pounded in the back or what? Like, what's going on? You know?
You see Uriel coming out the back, like fixing his tie,
Nah, fuck no.
fixing his coat.
That's impossible right there.
Shout out to Uriel. Does he watch the podcast?
Nah, fuck no. Uriel's a good friend of ours. That what a weird name, right? Whenever I say that, I think about it. Uriel.
Mm,
Uriel. That's a very unique name. How
yeah,
many Uriels do you know?
he's the only one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a unique
Yeah,
name.
thank God.
What are you doing in that situation? Because for those of you that don't know, I actually flew out for his wedding and I partook in the ceremony by holding the Bible for him. So
Ironically,
yeah, so what would you do if I were to do that to you?
I think I'm stopping the whole thing. I think I'm
No
courageous.
way.
No, 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 not in that I wouldn't go through it. I
Uh-huh.
think I'm being like, hold on, stop. What do you have to say? Now I'll ask you right then and there. I was like, hold on, because I, the way I think, bro, is like this is my wedding. Like I am in control at
You
the end of
go,
the day.
girl. Yeah, this is your
You know what I
day.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, nah, hold up, Mr. Pastor, man. My
Yeah.
boy's got something to say. And I'm handing you the mic, and I'm like, what do you have to say to the people? She was
Is
getting her cheeks clapped in the back.
is that whole you know how in movies they go like, "Oh, does anyone object?" Is that a real thing? Cuz I feel like they didn't do that at yours.
Yeah, you know what's funny? It's is
Cuz I
Hispanic.
would have I would have raised my hand.
I was actually watching a stream with one of my favorite streamers, and he was talking about this. about how Hispanics don't usually do it the movie traditional way, where you know you read your own vows, you create your own vows, and the the pastor, whoever's doing it, asks if anybody objects. Wait, is that a thing though?
I don't think so, bro. I've never. I
Or forever hold your.
all right. So I've been to 3 weddings off the top of my head that I
Mm.
can remember, and none of them said, "Does anyone object?" Like ever.
Yeah, because who are they to object?
Yeah, I mean, like you don't know. Maybe they know some dirt that like you know could change that person's mind on getting married. But
Mm.
just I don't know, marriage in general. I feel like the government's so involved in that I don't know if I could see myself getting married. Like it's a
Yeah,
lose for guys, bro. Like losing half of everything. Like it's just I don't know.
it's to me, it's just like another level to the relationship, bro. It's like constituting, truly
Yeah.
constituting your relationship. Like for me, it's like truly bounding yourself. Like for instance, like Sarah and I wanted kids, right? So it's like if we're not married, if the risk isn't that high to the point where if we're gonna split up, half of it isn't going to go, would I be as committed? You know what I mean? For some people, they need that type of like, you know,
All in or nothing type of thing.
yeah,
Nah, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. I've lately, bro, like I've never been the type of person to complain about the government at all cuz I just live my life and don't care, but
yeah,
I've been like not wanting to have them involved as much, bro. Like I don't know, like that whole thing I sent you earlier of I don't know if we should talk about it cuz we don't know too much about it, but I'll just say it. Fuck it. Anyways,
yeah.
basically, Joe Biden came out with his new plan. It's gonna take effect in May, where if you have a like a 680 fucking credit score or higher, you're gonna be fucking penalized for being a good credit holder. Like you're gonna receive a fee, and that fee is gonna go towards helping people with bad credit scores, which is like that. Isn't that like socialism, or am I fucking crazy?
Well, that's the Democratic Party since the beginning of time. Like
That's
the Democrats believe in taxing the rich and giving more to the poor, which if you like when I was a kid, I used to think like, yeah, why not? Like that's real
help people
giving,
out.
right?
Yeah,
But when you
it's
grow up, you start to realize that damn, like
it's deeper than that. It's
it's way deeper than that. Like
yeah.
even me that I'm at a level is like I don't think I make that much, but I get taxed, bro. Like this year was the first year that I've got money back
Uh huh.
in years, and that's just because I had a son.
Yeah, kid.
That's
Yeah.
it, bro. And I always thought it was unfair because I'm over here busting my ass,
Yeah.
barely making it through the stuff that I want. Like I take care of the things that I need, right? But I don't splurge much. I don't do all this stuff, and then at the end of the year, I still have to pay more. It's like, So yeah, but like I want to make it clear to everybody listening is like what we're talking about here, this whole Joe Biden thing. At this point, we're speaking about it as if it's alleged because we don't 100% know. But if that is the case, bro, I think that we need to start as Americans really fighting stuff like this because I always thought that it was going this way. Like it's like the conservatives say, it's a slippery slope, right? Like you give them something and they're gonna start to make things worse, worse and worse. And I think that this is one of the worst ones. Imagine that, like,
Yeah. I mean, imagine like being penalized for doing better in life. Like that takes away the incentive to want to do better. You're like, why would I want to do better if I'm gonna just get, you know, scrutinized for it? Like that makes no sense. And then that's kind of what I feel like that's what they're trying to do is like make everyone equal, and so like no one's better than the other, which is like nah. If you deserve it, you deserve it. You know, that makes
yeah,
no sense to me.
it's not equality, it's equity. And that's literally what they're doing with everything. Like, Have you heard that they're giving out like these hardcore scholarships just for people that are African American, Hispanic, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, making it harder for white people to join colleges. So it's like not even if you get good grades anymore, they want like a specific demographic of people.
Yeah.
And they're doing that with actors, which I know you know that, right? We spoke about that on the podcast. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, you know what? We want the fat person instead because that fits what the world wants right now, or we want the African American. That's what the world wants. We want the gay because you know what I mean. Things along those lines, and it's all equity, and it's stupid at the end of the day.
Yeah, that whole thing's tricky though because I do know a girl that's a manager, and she's been doing interviews lately. And she's been telling me about how her interviews are going and all that. And she straight up told me she was like, yeah, I had three come in today. I like two of them, but one not so much, right? And so I was like, okay, well, what was wrong with that one person? I was just curious, you know. And she goes, well, honestly, he was gay. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And she was like, yeah, like gay people are usually like dramatic and they cause trouble and like this and that. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, well, make sure you don't tell anyone else but me because if people find out that you did not give this guy the time of day because he's gay, right? Like you're gonna get in serious trouble for that. And she was like, yeah, don't worry. I'm not saying any names, by the way, because yeah. Anyways, but I thought that was so. I never told you that, right?
No, you literally just ratted her out in front of thousands of
Yeah, but
people
no,
right
no
now.
one knows who it is, so she'll be fine. But
Yeah, I mean, I used to hire people all the time, and I will say that there is like certain, and for me, you know me, and I talk about this a lot. You probably tired of hearing this, but I go like based on like what temperament I feel I need at the moment. Like if I have people that are way too talkative, way too loud, if I have too many of those people, when I go to hire people, I'm like, okay, we need somebody who's a little bit
quiet,
more
reserved.
calm,
Yeah,
you know, collective, things along those lines. Um, and same thing vice versa. Let's say I have too many people like that are just shy, aren't really outgoing in front of people. I'll go for more of that, right? So I'll ask them a series of questions, and then depending how if they're over talk, then I'm like, okay, yes, I need somebody like that. They're probably gonna be good with customers. Things along those lines. But doing it based on race, gender, sex, that's
yeah.
kind of wild. That's kind of wild.
No, yeah. This girl's also racist, openly racist to me.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So she's very, very different than most people nowadays, I guess.
Do you think that people that overly joke about being racist are underlying racist?
Well, in my experience, no. Usually, the people that are scared to say anything are usually the racist ones.
That's a
Yeah,
good
because
point.
this girl will never like she'll confidently like confine in me to tell me stuff like that. But if we were like around, you know, those certain types of people, she's not saying a word, a joke, nothing. But
Mm.
um, yeah, I don't know.
Like like it's a real popular thing, like Hispanics using the N word. I'm like, damn, bro, that's wild.
Well,
Where I live.
I think it's just where you grow up type of thing.
Yeah,
You know, if you
and
grow
it's
up
also
in
music and stuff like that.
yeah, 100%. But like for me, in my area, there's lots of kids using that word white, black, Hispanic, everything because of where I lived. It was kind of ghetto, I guess. So you know, it just happens. It's like a word for bro or like
Yeah.
fool. You know, just that type of stuff. But yeah. What were we
I
talking
kind of want to.
about? We went
Yeah,
off on
I
a
want to go
tangent.
back. I want to go back to it because we are talking about how the Joe Biden thing about him trying to like use
Mm,
equity in order to even out the playing field. I know of so many people in my life personally and not personally that have not wanted to pursue a better life, whether that be career, education, or anything like that, because they're getting government help.
yeah,
And they know, well, if I pass this threshold, I'm no longer going to receive that help, and they're probably going to be taken away from me. So it's been a thing for a very long time. Where
Yeah, I mean, I know people that have kids because of that taxes thing. Like they're like, oh, I think I'm having another kid because I want to get a new car and shit like that. Like I know people
wild,
like that, bro. It's crazy.
it's
Yeah,
wild.
yeah. I mean, but that's with anything, bro. Like people are always gonna abuse things. You know, that's just how people are, and um, it just happens. I feel like people should be more aware though of what they're doing, because a lot of these
Mhm.
people that are taking advantage of the system don't realize that they're taking advantage. They just kind of do it, you know. But if you were to sit there and talk to them about like their actions and what they're doing, they'd be kind of dumbfounded. I feel like most people, they'd be like, I don't feel like I'm taking advantage. You know, they're
Yeah,
those type of people usually.
for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How do we get there from a wedding? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, makes sense. um, okay, real quick. I know you guys are probably annoyed that we keep talking about this, but this video goes up on a Saturday, which is I'm super excited. I'm gonna be watching the fight, Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. Super quick, not too much time, but let's get into the predictions. I got Ryan Garcia, which is super unfavored pick. Everyone thinks Tank's gonna knock his ass out, which I could see happening, but I feel like it's the year of the upsets. I've seen
It
so
is.
many upsets that I feel like Ryan could get it done. So I'm gonna go with Ryan knockout in the 6th round. Yes, sir. I'm not putting money on that, but that's what I want. That's what I think is gonna happen.
I definitely hope Ryan takes it, but I think Davis is going to take it. I think Ryan's a little too wild. I think that Davis fights a little bit more tighter, and I think that he can come up with like that overhand right hook, bro. I think he takes him with that. I
So
think if
you
it
got
goes a
Tank.
distance, I think if it goes a distance, Ryan takes it.
Uh
But I got Davis
huh.
with the knockout.
Both undefeated, by the way. So should be interesting.
Doesn't mean anything in boxing though.
Mm, yeah, not as much as other fighting companies for sure.
Mm.
All right. Well, let's. Last thing I want to talk about is this UFO video, which is I. If you know me personally, you know I'm into aliens and all that crazy stuff. So I just want to show you guys this video and let me know what you guys think. Wait, is it this one or this one? Ah, this one. Sorry, I had like 3 different ones. All right, so this one I'm not. I was impressed by it at first, guys, but I'm not too sure about it now. This is a Colombian model in her private plane, just taking a flight when she sees an object, and it looks like your typical saucer. That was fast as fuck. Yeah, look, it's metallic, saucer shaped, dome up top. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you guys think it's a balloon? Do you guys think it's a potential alien? What do you think? I know you think this is ridiculous, but
Yeah, I'm a hardcore skeptic when it comes to alien. It's not that I don't want it to be true. It's just I know that there's so many viral hungry people out there that would do absolutely anything to get some clicks. And that's
uh huh.
my issue. Like we are getting technology is advancing to where people are making videos now that it's unrecognizable whether it's real or not. And I just don't trust anything anymore. So until we have like undeniable evidence at this point, I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna believe anything.
So you're saying she could have faked this?
Yeah, I'm saying anybody could have faked this.
Nah, I don't think she faked it. I think she caught something that she didn't know what it was, but it could be a balloon. Honestly, it could be a balloon, like a weird shaped balloon. Makes sense to me, but I'm hoping it's real because I hope we discover aliens in my lifetime. That's like something I want to see
Ooh.
happen before I die.
Did you hear about the SpaceX launch that happened? I think yesterday.
No, what happened there?
So I don't know if you know this, but he launches out of Brownsville, which is
Oh,
like right next
really?
door to me. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I watched it live on Twitter, But I wanted to actually see it. So it was supposed to happen on Monday, and I was in the area of where he has SpaceX. That's where I had a store out there, and I was like, oh, I was hoping, but they couldn't launch. There was something wrong with it. They launched on Thursday. No, yeah, Thursday, and I was pretty far away from it, so I couldn't actually see it for myself. But I saw it on live, and they said it was a success, but they didn't accomplish what they actually wanted to accomplish. I think something ended up exploding, but the initial launch happened fine. But they put on Twitter one step closer to getting to Mars. So I don't know. I just thought about that when you said you hope that aliens are discovered by the time we pass away. I hope that regular space travel is accomplished before we die. Like imagine you get your family together, right? Like people will get their families together. Oh, we're gonna go to Disneyland this year,
Like, oh, we're
right?
going
It's
to
like
Mars this
we're
year.
gonna go to Mars this year. We're
I
gonna
don't.
take a trip to Mars.
I don't think that happened in our lifetime.
Now that would be insane, though, right?
It would be, but I mean, you never know. You literally never know. You don't know what the future holds. You know, we could get hit with a meteor right now or a comet, whatever, and fucking die. You don't know what's gonna happen. You and I were talking about how short life is because of what happened at that
Oh
freeway.
man, dude. Videos are resurfacing. It is so sad. And for the people listening, we won't get too much into it because it's like, first of all, we can't show the video. It's way too graphic.
Yeah, it's bad.
But basically there was a tanker, which is those big O 18 wheelers full of gasoline that was on a toll road, which is for some people it's HOV lanes and stuff like that. Basically the fast lanes where you can pass traffic lights and stuff like that. Lost control, whatever he did, basically exploded and the whole truck lit on fire and guy ended up losing his life. But somebody caught it on video where it's a one lane toll lane, right? The truck folded. So he ended up getting out of the truck, but there was no way out. Like he was blocked on both sides. Somebody got him on camera getting out of the truck and he was like literally burning to death. Wild. And my dad's actually a volunteer firefighter. He showed up to the site and he said that all that was left was his skull and spinal cord. Movie stuff, bro. And Sarah, my wife, she got there like minutes after it happened, and so she saw all the smoke and the fire. She was FaceTiming me. Crazy, bro. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I just like when I heard about it and you told me about it, I was like, damn, that's sad, right? That guy had a family, it sucks. Uh, but it took it to a different level when I saw the video and the pictures. Like, there's a video where he's the guy recording zooms in on the fire, and you see someone walking out of a fire, on fire, and it's hard to watch, man, because that guy didn't make it, and it's tough, man.
And he has a like think about it, he has family members that are expecting him to come home and then actually found out that he's from Mexico. So
Fuck.
it gets tricky like that too, right? Because he's in the States. So maybe he lives in Mexico and his family's waiting for him, never heard from him. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, that's gotta be rough.
That's rough, man. Yeah, I advise if you guys want to look up those pictures, just keep in mind that it's super graphic because you literally see a human on fire dying. Like, it doesn't get much more graphic than that. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Let me know what you guys. I wanna know what you guys think about that UFO, and if you believe in aliens, let me know because I love all that stuff. Like, not even just alien stuff, like paranormal stuff in general, like ghost and like Bigfoot and all that. I love all that shit. So let me know what you guys think. You were gonna say something, I think.
Yeah. Maybe we can do a next podcast, but I'm interested on what y'all think about the new AI that's coming out. All like that super high intellectual thing, especially Chat GBT. I just found out about it last week, and it's blowing my mind. Like I've been watching some YouTube videos on it, and it's absolutely crazy. But I think that's a tangent that we can go on for a little while. We might talk about that next time. But let me know in the comments below what y'all think about that.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, my brother's reaction channels in the description. Alongside the comment podcast, which he's not really active on anymore, but maybe somewhere in the future he'll get that running up and going again. So yeah, drop a what's that shit called? Hot
Hot
seat
seat question.
question, yes sir, for next week, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Peace out. Later.
Peace.